Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I wanted to sit down. I'm gonna take you upstairs. We can just chat. I want to talk about homeschool, and we decided to take them out of school a little bit earlier than we anticipated originally. So they are now at home full time, and it's just been so great. Even though we just started, I'm just so encouraged. The girls have responded so well to it. Like their moods have changed so much. It's crazy. It's night and day. So I'm going to talk about that with you guys and how we are going to find a new rhythm at home and just what our kind of day-to-day is going to look like from here on out. I also want to share with you guys like a homeschool haul and just show you these supplies that I've been ordering. Everything is from Amazon, and just show you, the art supplies that I've been getting, laminating machine, binding machine, and just stuff like that I'm slowly collecting to have in this room. I'll show you this room too later on in the video and just kind of our plans for it. This is going to be kind of still our office, but it's like a homeschool office, so I can use it, Andrew can use it, and the kids can use it. But I'm not going to do everything in here with the kids. I am going to, be doing our like schooling kind of wherever it happens organically. But I do want this to kind of be like our home base where everything is kept, and if we, need to use it, it is all right here. So I shared on my Instagram that we decided to pull the girls out of school a little sooner than expected. I was trying to think of what I'm going to tell the girls, so I bring them in here and I sit them down. I was like, girls, I need to tell you something. I said, Mom is going to be a teacher now. We're going to start our school at home now. And they kind of paused, and all of a sudden they go, yay! And they just started cheering, and they were so happy. And Violet looks at me and she goes, Mom, I gotta tell you something. And I was like, okay, what? And she says, I might start calling you Miss Kendra. And I'm like, okay, Violet. So I just told them we're gonna start school now, and it's gonna look a little different here, but I don't want it to be like super structured or anything. It's not going to be like we wake up, we start school. It's going to be different every day, and we're going to just kind of figure out our groove, what works for us. But also, I know that our girls really do thrive with structure. So I know that they will do better knowing like this is when we're going to do some school stuff. But a lot of the stuff that I want to do for like quote unquote school is not going to look like school. So they're not going to be thinking that they're doing school, but they're used to what they know of sitting down at their desk and completing their schoolwork. So I'm gonna have to kind of untrain that in them for the first few months and just like let them know like we are always learning. It may not look like your traditional school, but this is still school. Like today, they asked to do stuff, and Jim was like, Mom, whenever, and we did, we cut apples, and we did like the apple stamps with paint, and we made little apple trees this morning, and we worked on some tracing and stuff. And then we were reading out of a book, like a fall nature book we were reading, and June goes, Mom, when are we gonna do school? I thought you said we were gonna do school. And I told her, this is school, we're doing school. And she's like, this is school? I was like, yes, this is school. So it's just funny because I think also just since they're at home, it's just a different shift for them. And it's just gonna be, an adjustment. But if you guys, have been following me for some time, you've probably heard me talk about how Violet's really struggled socially going to school. She always was nervous and anxious, and I do think part of it was the masks. She's just very anxious around masks in general. And every day we would go to school in the morning. I mean, sometimes you want to get a little nervous, but mostly Violet. Briefly mentioned it, I think, on my Instagram, but I stopped talking about it because I don't want to just be like, I'm not going to show her crying going to school, you know what I mean? But she struggled big time every day. I mean, they were only going to school twice a week, and then we moved up to 3 times a week, like the past month. And she would just kind of panic and just get super, super nervous. So it's now been a week of them not being in school. And guys, she has been thriving. Like Andrew was the first one to say it. He's like, I've never seen Violet so happy before. She is always really moody and, nervous and anxious about things. And it's always like, I always feel like, what am I doing wrong? Do I need to be like more nurturing towards her as we're going to school? Do I need to be toughen her up going to school. Like we've tried everything and nothing really changed. But this week I've seen like the biggest switch in her personality, and it makes me so happy. She has been so excited. We started, so they're still doing dance, and we also just started tennis lessons once a week. And she had the best time. She came home asking when she's gonna go back to it, like so excited. School for them, and they're only 4 years old. They would like ask, when are we going back to school? But they never were excited to go back to school. They never were like, yay, we're going to school, which I know some kids are. They were always like, okay, like preparing themselves for it. And I didn't want that for them. I want them to enjoy learning. I want them to, have a good time and do fun things. And I don't know, I thought they were doing fun things in school. I don't know. So just seeing her so much happier, and like she just looks relaxed now. And she has been so nice to me and Andrew lately. She will literally just come up to me all throughout the day and hug me and go, Mom, I just love you so much. I'm just so happy for you. And just like say the nicest things to me and to Andrew. And we are just looking at each other like, what in the world? So I couldn't be happier. It's just been like really, really special to see. And then as far as what we're using for curriculum and all that, it's all going to kind of change, but I knew I wanted to try out a few things first and see how we like them, and then we can kind of go from there. So I wanted to get the Good and the Beautiful curriculum for language arts. They were sold out of the Primer K, or is it K Primer? Primer K. So I did the digital download, printed it all out. I did 2 full stacks for both girls. I'll show you guys. And then I'm gonna bind it myself. And then I wanna do master books for math. I just haven't ordered it yet, just because I've been ordering so much stuff. So I'm kind of waiting a little bit on that. I thought we could do like our own little math lessons at home. And maybe I order the math curriculum in January and just see how it goes. And then we're not gonna do like a science curriculum or anything, history for a while. But right now we're just gonna focus on like our letters, our sounds, tracing, and like I got the Teach Your Child to Read in 100 Lessons. I've heard really good things about that. So we just started that, and it's super cool. Like the way it actually goes through with your child is very neat, and the girls really like it. We just started it a couple days ago, so they really like that. And then the Good and the Beautiful curriculum so far is like a lot of tracing, letters, sounds too, and then some games and whatnot. So they're doing fine with it. Like it's just, we kind of power through like 3 lessons a day. I don't know if you're supposed to do like 1 lesson a day, but I feel like we're gonna go through it pretty quickly because the girls like to do a lot more. 1 little lesson is pretty quick, so we do a few just to kind of get it done. And also, I just read them. If they are into something, we just keep going. If they're getting bored, I quit it and I stop and we move on and we'll go outside, or we will read a book. So I'm really trying to make this time fun for them and engaging, and I want them to be excited about it. I also got these really cool little worksheets that I put in, I'll show you as well, like these menu folders, and you use dry erase markers on them. So in the mornings, what I'm gonna do is we'll sit at the dining table together because our table isn't ready in the office yet. We'll just sit together at the dining table, after we've had breakfast, and I will either read them one of the Bible stories in their little storybook Bible, or I'll read them like a read aloud book or a poem or something like that. And they've just been doing their letters, tracing, and they go through the weather and they write like what day it is, they circle if it's cold or warm, and they just have their little morning folders. And while they're doing that, I'm just reading to them. And usually Owen's just listening to me too, or I'll give him something to draw with and he'll just play with that. So that's what we've been doing in the morning. And then I'll let them color. They love to do arts and crafts. So I'll let them draw something for a little bit. And then I will pull out like whatever type of lesson I actually want to get done for the day. We'll do that, and then we'll do something fun. Like we'll go outside, we'll read. I got these little like manipulatives for math things. So I got these little teddy bears. I've done like a couple things with coins that we'll do, practice little addition, like little simple things that you can just use things around the house. So I don't know if I need a full curriculum right now for them, but yeah, if you have used the math master books? Let me know down below, or any curriculum for math in particular that you guys like for 4-year-olds. Like if you think that's necessary, let me know. And then we've been doing our tea time poetry once a week still, and I just love that. They get super excited for that. We're really trying to focus on reading right now, and I want to read a lot to them. So now before they go down for a nap, they still are napping like every other day, which I can't believe they're still napping, but they still ask to take naps. And then before bedtime, we will sit down and we will read a lot more than we used to. So I'm really trying to focus more on that. And we will do like a chapter book with them. They've been loving the American Girl books. We have the Nancy Clancy books. We've been reading Alice in Wonderland, Charlotte's Web, kind of bounce back and forth. They don't like to do one book at a time right now, which is fine. I'm not like forcing them to read one book. I think before I was always like rushing to put them down for a nap and to like go to bed. I'm like, just one quick book. But now I'm really trying to, well, first of all, I'll try to put them to bed earlier so that we have extra time to read. And so it doesn't feel rushed, and they just love that. And then I got a bunch of books too, like nature books that I want to use as guides. So what we did the other day is we went on a walk, me and the girls. Andrew's mom had Owen for the day. She takes him one day a week. And so what I might do too is I might have her take all the kids one day a week so that I can just like do all of my editing on that day. So I'm trying to like figure out how we're gonna do that. But I took the girls outside on a walk. We walked around and we just took our time. We looked at, there was like huge ant piles we were looking at, and then there was this huge black beetle on the ground. And then we came back home and I Googled, or we went on YouTube and I looked at different like beetles. And so we started watching about beetles, and we figured out what beetle we saw was. Then we tried to look at what ants, and like, I'm pretty sure these are carpenter ants. So we're looking up ants and everything that they do. And then that kind of led us into ladybugs and butterflies. And we started watching videos on the process of butterflies changing into a caterpillar to a butterfly. And like, it just kind of went off on this cool tangent of learning about insects. And they had the best time learning about them. They were like laughing at them. And when Andrew got home, they were telling him all about all the things that we did. And to me, that's what I want our days to look like. I don't want them to look like school. I want them to look like just us living our life through these experiences, and then finding the opportunities to teach them things through those experiences. And I know, like, I'm reading right now in my Wild and Free book, I'm in the chapter of different methods of homeschool. So there's like a classical approach, there's Charlotte Mason, there's unschooling, and just different types of ways to go about it. So after I get through all of those types, maybe we'll sit down and kind of tell you my approach and my like philosophy that I want our homeschool to look like. Because I do think it's important to have an idea of what you want your homeschool to feel like and to look like for your kids. In my podcast, they were talking about, you know, a lot of the times you go into homeschooling with this idea of what you want it to look like. And then you have to realize too that with little kids, like, you never know what to expect. And if you're potty trained, like we're potty trained owner right now, which is so bizarre. I didn't think we'd potty train right now, but he's been wanting to. Hi guys! Just knowing that every day is gonna look different, so don't get upset. Don't feel like you're a failure if things don't go according to plan, because that every day is just gonna be a little bit different. So I'm just loving listening to all these podcasts on it. It's just inspiring, encouraging, and I would like ours to look like a little bit of a blend between a couple different styles. So maybe we'll do another video talking about that. Let's go down into the office and I'll show you guys a bunch of stuff that I got. Okay, so here's our little cart that I've set up for them. So we have crayons in here, color pencils over here, all of our markers. Yep. I found these, I think, at Walmart, these little Lisa Frank notebooks. So they have these to just kind of color and draw things on. Down here I put pencils, and these are also a couple of their mason jars that I want to just grab one of these out and let them use that by whatever we're doing. In here, I got these little, I'll try to link all this stuff for you guys down below too. Dry erase markers, they have little erasers on them too. And so these are what I was talking about.
They're just squeezed together.
Yeah, okay. So I printed these out. They were an Etsy like digital download. I'll try to find the exact ones. So I put those in here, and then they can just practice those. They're tracing there. And then this is what I bring to them in the morning. So I put the month, they have the weather, we could talk about the seasons.
You have a TV.
I'll show them that too. And then there's also tracing here that they can do. So in the mornings, I'll like put this at the table with one of these mason jars that they can use. And that's when I'll start reading to them. I'll like bring this basket out. A lot of people call it like your morning basket, but I think I might just use the cart to kind of wheel around. Here's a book that we got that's super cute, A to Z picture book. And we just read a couple letters a day. It's like you can really go into depth with it and just kind of like take off from each page. And then here are these little books that I printed out from, these are from the Good and the Beautiful curriculum. And then I binded them with this. Here's the binder that I got. It's called, the brand is Make Easy, and it's pretty easy to use. So I've been doing that. I also got a bunch of these combs, which I need some bigger ones to do their books on. But that's what I've been using. I got this big 3-hole punch for things. I got a bunch of these like erasers for the whiteboard. I'm gonna put a big whiteboard up here. The one I got was super big, so I returned that and I'm getting a smaller one. Okay, what else do we have in here? Let's go through our books. Oh, and then I got these cute little magnifying glasses for our little walks we're gonna take. These are really cool too. They're these little wooden words and you can just twist them. And I also put one of these by their morning book in the morning. Okay, we have our Jesus Storybook Bible. It has really nice pictures in here and it's just like very easy for them to understand. So we do one story a day. This one we haven't really gotten into much, but it looks really neat and everybody recommends it. It's called How Great Is Our God? And they're devotionals about God and science. There's like one page, but it looks really neat. And then I love these books.
Wait, can we put our notebooks in here with it?
Yeah.
Can I put these up
These
here?
are really cool. So we have the Ocean, Nature, and Farm Anatomy. And let me pull this out.
Ocean, Nature, Farm Anatomy.
Yeah, these are super cute. Like, I love how they're illustrated.
Oh, and Ocean, Nature, Farm Anatomy.
So I figured we can use these again as just like a springboard for a bunch of stuff. I put Play-Doh down here. These little teddy bear manipulatives for a bunch of stuff we can use those for. We have leftover like highlights books that they had. These were like from last year, but they still have some empty pages, so I put those down there in case we need those. Or maybe Owen would use them too.
Look, it's cute.
I know, it's cute.
It's about little children.
It's cute.
So cute.
And then up here I have their curriculum. So I laminated these for them. We have Violets and Junes, and then
Mom, did you say this?
Here's the laminator that I got. We'll put this down below for you. And it works really well. And then I just printed all of their stuff out. So I need to get a bigger comb for their binding so I can put this together. But yeah, it's been like, you know, tracing stuff. A bunch of little things. Okay, and here, I ordered this on Amazon. I put a bunch, oh, I wanted to laminate these too, actually. They're so cute. All these verses, I got them on Etsy, and we do one of those a week, like as a little memory verse. And then I got this from an antique shop in Old Town, and I put all of their little cubes in there for them to use for different things. Eventually what we're gonna do is a big built-in desk for 3 chairs, shelves up the wall, over the wallpaper, just so we can have extra storage. Yeah, so that'll happen eventually. Over here I'm gonna do a low bookshelf for all their books. My friend recommended this, The Unhurried Homeschooler, so I gotta read that. It's just a quick read, so I'm gonna put that in my room. Couple like little poetry books that I got. This is one for kids, Robert Frost. I also got this one, Emily Dickinson. And then we just read Fall Walk is out there right now, but I also got the Winter Walk for us. And then this I found at an antique shop. Okay, over here I have a bunch of paper, So this is like great for watercolors, got that. A bunch of like craft paper, cardstock, so we have white, bunch of colors. So this has all these wooden letters in here. Isn't that so neat? So we can use that for a bunch of stuff. And then these books, let me pull this up. So they're just illustrated so beautifully. I think those will be really fun to look at. Here's the fall walk book, so cute. I want to take the girls to the library soon, get them a library card, and we can get a bunch of books there. I also found a bunch of books at this antique shop I was at, so we got a bunch of these. I'll go upstairs and show you some we got up there too. My friend told me about a secondhand bookstore that I really want to go to because I don't want to spend full price on all the books. So I'm trying to find like used bookstores, and then yes, we will go do the library a lot. We got this one, it's so cute, from Joanna Gaines, We Are the Gardeners. And we're gonna start our garden next spring. So I think that'd be a really great opportunity for them to learn a bunch of stuff. This one, I got Pippi Longstocking, Alice in Wonderland, Tale of Peter Rabbit. Those ones were used ones that I found, luckily. We got Winter on the Farm, my first little house books. Let's see, any other new ones here? Oh yeah, here are all the little American Girl ones. These are all $1. I found those. And then I found the Nancy Clancy ones too. One other thing I found are these little letters. They're kind of Montessori inspired, and you can do a lot with them. It comes with this little like wooden dowel. So we've done Play-Doh with them, where they roll out the Play-Doh and try to make the letter. Or you can do like beans. You can do a lot of different things, or you can literally just use this like as a pencil, and they practice their tracing. So fun things you can do with that. I'm just really liking all the wooden things. And then here are some of those Bible verses that we've done already. I just put them up on here, but yeah, I should laminate these. We also got this game, Bird Bingo. They have other ones too, so it'd be fun to get the other ones. I think there's like a Under the Sea one, and the girls really have been liking it. So everybody gets a
Mom, show them this
card.
one. Show them this one.
Which one? Yeah.
This girl.
Yeah, we love these two birds. Those are our favorites. They're so cute.
And we love the Puko.
The Puko?
And tell them her name. With the bird that's orange and white. Tell them her name.
Okay, Splendid Fairy Wren.
And this one.
Oh, the Hoopoe.
The Hoopoe.
You like that one?
Yeah.
So you pull one of these, and then I read it out loud. And then there's like a spacer here, so you can keep track of everything you've called. And then you put a little token on whatever you get.
But this,
and how many do you have to get?
This one.
Oh yeah, Superb Lyrebird. And how many do you have to get in a row to win?
5.
5 in a row to win. What are you doing?
And this is a picture of Bird Bingo.
Bird Bingo.
Bird Bingo.
So, question for you. Do you like having me as your teacher now?
Yeah, you're pretty sweet.
Oh, thank you.
You're pretty sweet.
Wow.
You're pretty nice.
Thanks.
You're very kind.
What's your favorite thing that we do together?
Catch butterflies.
Oh, catch butterflies?
Yeah. My favorite thing that you do with me is painting your nails.
Painting our nails?
No. It's when we play the bird bingo.
You like the bingo's fun, huh? We also got these paints, but I want to go to the Dollar Tree and get a bunch of the big paints and just get a bunch of supplies at the Dollar Tree, because this is going to add up, because we use like half of this in one sitting. But we did the little apple stamps, and they turned out really cute, and then you just use your fingerprint for the stem. But I think, here's Owen's. But I just looked on Pinterest, so you can get so many fun ideas there. Okay, so I'm laminating these. They're so cute. So I'll just cut. It just goes through. It's so easy. If you guys have a laminator, do you use it on hot or cold? I've been doing hot. I don't know how it comes out different, but I'm just gonna cut these now. So now they're protected, so they won't get messed up. If you guys have some stuff, like if you homeschool, let me know some things that you just absolutely love that you couldn't live without. Please let me know in the comments, because I will add it to a wish list. But that's gonna be it for today's video. I will see you guys in my next